What is your most unpopular musical opinion? Adding riffs and runs into every vocal line of a song does not make the song better. Occasional, well-placed riffs are great, but when the lyrics become borderline incoherent because the singer is too busy trying to run up and down the scale as fast as possible, then maybe it's time to tone it down. Popular music can in fact be good. I'm 24 and I play organ. The instrument needs to come back alive, they're so versatile and sound so awesome. You can like older music without being a snob, contrarian, or member of the wrong generation. The older I get, the more annoying it is to hear anyone shit on something they never listened to while crying they were born in the wrong era. Edit. Turns out this opinion is a little popular. I am okay with that. The banjo slaps. Vocal range is a useless measurement when determining who the best singers are. If said singer can't make you feel something, then what's the point? I think Nickelback has some bangers. Sade is underestimated, at least in Russia. The Foo Fighters are boring radio-friendly rock. Yes, I know that Dave Grohl is a pretty stand-up dude in real life, and I can appreciate that they seem to really give it 100% for their live shows, but I just can't seem to actually enjoy any of their music. We live in the most interesting time for music probably ever. The sheer degree of variety and diversity coupled with access to unknown indie artists, superstars, and music from throughout history. All underscored by a rise in technical competency across the board. If you can't find something you enjoy, it says more about you than anything else. Beyoncé hasn't made any good music since Lemonade, and even Lemonade was just decent. IDK why she's put on such a godlike status. Classical music is underrated. Silence is fine. I don't usually play music when I am driving, and this seems to freak people out. I don't care if an artist fits into the correct category, i.e. Green Day isn't real punk, you plebe. Good rock music is just good rock. Shut up about what it is or isn't and listen or don't. Edit. Plural word don't need no plural. Remember to sort by controversial. Growling, like in death metal, is a genuine style of singing that requires talent. Michael Jackson's Off the Wall is better than Thriller. Sweet Caroline, Don't Stop Believing and In the Air Tonight don't need to be played literally everywhere. Country music was really good, even very progressive, until 9/11 happened and then it just got racist and nationalistic. And before y'all say this is a popular opinion, some of us live in the South, okay? If you say that country music is racist and nationalistic nowadays, you'll get uninvited to pig pickin'. One of the most massively underrated artists in the US is Mark Gormley. Billie Eilish, while a good singer, just isn't my style. I can respect her, but the music is just whack. I like me some out there music, but her stuff is just not it for me. Maybe she'll be like Justin Bieber or Demi Lovato for me, where there's a certain twilight in her discography that I will enjoy, like Sorry or Sorry Not Sorry. Maybe she needs a song with sorry in the title. Shrek the Musical is actually pretty good for what it is. The Red Hot Chili Peppers would be a 10 out of 10 band if they had a different vocalist. A wannabe scatman, Yabba Dabba doing about heroin and California is not on the same level as the other three guys. Adele is blah. Probably not unpopular, but to those fans it is. I don't get or like Kanye. Country music guitarists of the past such as Jerry Reed, Glenn Campbell and Roy Clark are way more proficient than a number of recognized guitarists. I feel like it's a rule that bass players have to look like they're too cool for what they're doing. Marilyn Manson is a shit artist and a shittier person. He's a loser who managed to trick a bunch of people into thinking he's cool. You can like music and know nothing about the artist. You can like music and not care for the artist. You can like just one song from a band and be a fan. You can wear shirts for bands you don't listen to. You can dress goth without listening to goth music. I find Radiohead incredibly boring. I like some of their songs and their music is very listenable. I just don't think their albums are all that enjoyable in their full. Maybe I'll change my mind someday, but I have been genuinely trying to get into them and I just don't get it. I'm convinced most family-friendly pop and R&B music is written, and possibly performed, by AI. I have to listen to that shit at work and I swear it was made to be put on the millionth fucking Kids Bop collection. As long as there are people willing to listen, every music genre is worthy of existing. You can't shred your way into metal music. The key is in the rhythm, the different layers in complexity. Yeah, you can shred on boring drums and bass, but you need to shred, if necessary, on damn good drums and bass. Music out of Disney and other animated movies is very good. There is actual meaning behind the lyrics, unlike much of the popular music today. In addition, it usually sounds better, due to more frequent harmonies and more dynamics. That every musical genre is just as valid as all others. Dear Evan Hansen is a terrible musical. It has really good songs, but they're so uncomfortable in context. Most of the characters are awful people except for Zoe and the adults. Evan is a selfish asshole who only cares about getting what he wants and then faces basically no consequences for his actions. Alana is a selfish asshole who belittles someone's grieving process because of her own selfish wants. And Jared just spends most of his time making homophobic jokes. And the little we know about Connor is that he's an abusive asshole and a bully. The only kid character that's halfway decent is Zoe and all the parents. Metal is not just noises and is much more difficult than what people think. I still think mumble rap is a joke. Dudes like Travis Scott and Playboi Carti just blabber with autotune and it just ain't it for me no matter how good the lyrics are. Old school rap FTW. Edit. A lot of people assume that I'm old. I'm 20, and I admit I may have miscategorized Travis on here even though his wiki and Google say that he's indeed a rapper. Also, to the one guy that recommended new school rappers to me, you're AG. Thanks. Didn't know I was missing out. Chopin Ballad No. 1 in G minor is the best music a human has composed and nothing will ever top that. Maroon 5 is shit. Adam Levine sings like a robot and sounds terrible and he comes off as a total douche. Their music sounds like whiny bull crap. The Rolling Stones are overrated, and should have stopped making new albums after 1981. Kiss literally sucks. Weird Al is always better, musically and lyrically, than the original. Music was better when you didn't have to be a damn supermodel to make it. Like I know some pretty people make good music but it seems like looks and autotune is all it takes these days to become a musician and real, raw talent is ignored unless you can make people drool over you. Eminem is popular because he's white, edgy and he raps fast. He might be technically gifted, but in terms of musical output he's not even a top 25 rapper of all time. Mary J. Blige is way underrated. Mariah Carey said she had the best voice and I agree with that. Bossa Nova as a music genre needs to be appreciated more. It's sad that people just think of it as elevator music. Every single genre has countless great songs. You are allowed to like whatever you like, just don't force it down people's fucking throats. Eiffel 65 is criminally underappreciated and they deserve to be known for way more than just Blue.